An airplane is a flying vehicle with wings and engines or propellers that move it through the air. Two brothers named Wilbur and Orville Wright were the first people to create the airplane. It all started with their brothers studying aerodynamics. On December 17, 1903, the Wright brothers made 4 flights with their aircraft. On the last try, they took flight and it was a successful try. The Wright brothers have then invented the first successful flying machine. After the Wright brothers, people from all over the world started to add on to their invention and started to do amazing things with it. In 1914, Lawrence Sperry demonstrates an automatic gyrostabilizer, which is a device for maintaining the equilibrium of something such as a ship, aircraft, or a platform. The gyroscope linked to the sensors keeps the aircraft leveled and keeps it traveling in a straight line without help from the human pilot. In 1917, Hugo Junkers, who was a German professor of mechanics, introduced the Junkers J-14, which is an all-metal airplane built mainly of lightweight aluminum alloy called Duralumin. In 1918, the U.S. Postal Service began an airmail service with planes. In 1952, Richard Whitcomb discovered an experiment that verifies an aircraft design concept known as the area rule. This rule is a revolutionary method of designing aircraft to reduce drag and increase speed without additional power. The area rule was included into all American aircrafts. Whitcomb later invented the winglets, which increased the lift to drag ratio of transport airplanes and other vehicles. A number of technologies across the world have been designed to reduce the environmental impact of flying, which have been put into action. There will be some further gains in engine efficiency over the upcoming decades, and larger planes with more seats will allow slightly lower emissions per passenger. If the plane's fuel gets changed to a better fuel, which are special kinds of biofuels, it would reduce the cause of global warming. The aviation industry is a rapidly growing part of the economy. In 2011, over 2.8 billion passengers were transported by the world's airlines. The aviation industry has created 57 million jobs worldwide. Air travel generates social costs that have an overwhelming effect on the environment. Flying has given all nations the freedom to travel. It connects people, countries, and cultures, and providing access to global markets. Transportation helps you make cultural experiences which come from traveling around the globe. The aviation industry has made so much money because of the tourists that have decided to travel to place to place. According to the IATA, 51% of tourists travel by an airplane. Aviation also provides the delivery service of medical supplies, organs for transplants, and emergency aid relief. The global travel also stimulates economies around the world. Air transport has been an incredible impact on tourism, which has created 34.5 million jobs. The industry supports 56.6 million jobs globally. The aviation industry is a major contributor to economic activity in many locations. The airline industry also uses its businesses to give back the global community through the support of charitable organizations. For example, Delta Airlines has a charity called Delta Force for Global Good. The new research on air transportation work rate reveals that the industry has a huge impact on U.S. output similar to its size. From personal vacations to business meetings, from overnight deliveries and sensitive goods to local air traffic news reports, aviation is an essential part of everyday life and buying and selling in the U.S. Air transportation provides a foundation for businesses and families to connect and reconnect while guaranteeing that the economy grows, and so does its wealth. During 2014, the total U.S. economy generated $17.4 trillion in value, added economic activity, and supported 147.4 million jobs. At the same time, the aviation industry accounted $1.6 trillion in total economic activity. They supported 10.6 million jobs, and they also contributed 5.1% to the U.S. gross domestic product for the GDP. The aviation industry is more than just moving passengers and supplies to different destinations. It also allows freedom and business travel to most places in the world within a reasonable period of time. In our future, we should expect to see many changes. For example, one of the pictures that you see looks like a flying cruise ship, and the other two pictures is what the inside of a regular plane would look like by the year 2050. This, in my opinion, this invention is good. One reason why I think it's good is because I have lived in many places, and it would suck if to get there you would have to ride a bike, walk, or drive. The plane is also a good way of visiting family members or friends that live elsewhere, and with the airplane you could fly overseas and visit places you've always wanted to go.